Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Anza. How you doing? I'm doing good. So today I want to do a reading about all the astrology signs for the week coming up, and let's focus in on love today. I feel like these cards are going to take up the whole screen, so maybe I should switch the cards, but I'm using the Rider-Waite extra gigantic tarot cards. So excuse me if I can't fit everything into the screen, but let's just try this out. Okay, so how do we feel about our love this week? How do we feel? How do we feel about our love? Okay, so we have Three of Swords, we have King of Swords, and we have the Moon. I hope this is all in the screen here, but I feel like with the the Four of Swords. Why am I saying that word weird? Okay, Four of Swords. I feel like we're very much reflecting, taking a rest, taking a step back and reflecting on what we truly want and what we truly are looking for. So if you don't have a person that comes to your mind, perhaps it's something that, you know, you're now ready to be in a relationship. What am I looking for? What type of person am I looking for? How do they look like? What do they love doing? What are their hobbies? What do they do for work? Where do they live? Stuff like that. So, but if somebody comes into mind, maybe you are just at that stage of contemplation, thinking, what is the next step that we are going to take? You know, am I going to, do I see this person as somebody who I want to spend the rest of my life with? You know, do their actions speak louder than their words? Excuse me. If they're mistreating you, or you feel like you deserve better, you might be at that stage where you actually feel like you deserve better, or, you know, no, it's like it might be a time of rest for you too. Like, I need some rest. I need some alone time. Maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed. It could also mean time for recovery. You had your heart broken. You're recovering. You're really just, you know, spending some time with yourself and internally thinking back, like, you know, I just need some time to recover. It could be that. All right. We also have the King of Swords. And this just signifies that you might have come out of this time of recovery and now you know what you want and you are going to go for it. It also might mean that you are speeding too far and too fast into it. Maybe you need to take some time for yourself. Okay, or you might be overthinking it. Sometimes, you know, and I've been in this situation too, and being on the listening end of what my friends or family might be going through currently, I feel as though sometimes we can be too analytical about our situation. We might think, hey, well, this is how it is and this is how it should be, even though you are ignoring how you truly feel inside. Because of how it looks from the outside or how you think it should be, you might be ignoring how you truly feel about the situation. So let's just say someone is going through a situation where they're falling for somebody, or really seeing yourself being able to perhaps pursue a relationship with somebody, but what is holding you back is it could be distance. They don't live in the same area as you, or even same country or same state or what have you. So you might be feeling like on paper it doesn't look good, because a lot of people don't succeed in long distance relationships. Or it could be something, a situation you're going through at work, as far as maybe I shouldn't do this because they are my superior, or they are, they work for me. It could get weird, something like that. So I would say, I know you're smart, and I know you're thinking things 5 different ways in 5 different situations, and you have come to the conclusion, what is my accent today? Come to the conclusion, English is not my first language, come to the conclusion that perhaps that is not how you should be, okay? Or perhaps you might feel like you are taking the lead all the time. Like, hold on, wait a second. Why am I always having to initiate a date, initiate a conversation about something serious? Why do I need to always start it? Why can't you start some of the times? Like, you might feel that way too. Truth is very important in a relationship, right? I mean, if you lose trust, it's so hard to get back trust. Trust is something that, we don't have a never-ending supply of trust. There's one trust, I feel like. If you have to put it down into numbers, I feel like it's one and done. If you disrespect me or take my trust away for you, it's gonna take a whole lot to get it back. You might never get it back. It's something that it's not clear, because it all boils down to feelings. It's not mathematical, it's not scientific. For me personally, if you take my trust away, you're never getting it back. But also, I'm Sagittarius. I don't hold grudges. I'll forget about it, depending on how severe it is. So trust and integrity speaks a whole lot about somebody. So that's very important, right? It could be something that you value above everything else, above sexual attraction, above excitement, above everything. Trust is very important. That could be something that you truly value. It could be many things. So it could also mean that you're trying to be, I'm really getting that feeling that you're trying to be intelligent about it, right? And you're like, oh, I'm a grown woman or grown guy, grown man, and you're thinking, I just need to be smart about this situation. I need to be intelligent. I need to have logic about this situation. But what is my heart telling me? Okay. So the moon. Okay, this is hope in my eyes. This is hope. It could be also an intuition that you're getting. Oh, why do I feel like I need to be following my logic, but this is how I feel? Or actually, this intelligence and this logic that this is giving you, a situation is giving you, could be an intuition that could be true. There may be a third party involved that, a light bulb is going off in your head because of your intuition, because of this card, the moon. Very psychic-ish feeling that you're getting. It could also mean that you have a dream about this person in your life, that you have plans. You're taking that time to really discover your plans and your desires. You're thinking it with a logical, you're following it with a logical mindset. And it is giving you that intuition. It's giving you that dream. It's giving you imagination. You know, it could also mean fear. You could be very fearful because what you're thinking about logically and this intuition it's giving you fear, because you're like, what if there's a third party involved? What if something's going on? You could feel darkness right now. But out of that darkness, as sure as the sun rises every day, you could also have hope. And, you know, just the moon might be making you feel very crazy right now, like these wolves. Like, the moon is driving me crazy. It could be somebody, you know, that's driving you crazy, that you're trying to take some time to think about, but you're ultimately unable to be traditional, or not traditional, to be logic about it, because the moon's driving you crazy. This person's driving you crazy. It's like you can't help but what do you call it? Like, not bark, but what do the wolves do at the moon? Like, howl. You can't help but howl. Your feelings are very hard to contain right now, I feel like. Okay, so this is how you feel, right? This is how you feel. Let's see how they feel. Sorry, these cards are too big. I didn't think this through. All right, how do they feel? How do they feel? Let's see. I'm going to be using a smaller deck. How are they feeling? End of May, beginning of June, love life. How are they feeling? How are they feeling? Okay, so we have Six of Swords. Excuse me. All right. Four of Cups. I'm sorry. 9 of Cups. 3. Okay. And 2 of Swords. Okay. With the 6 of Swords, I feel like this person could be going through some kind of transition as far as, you know, monetary situation, or they're moving. Lots of change happening for this person in their life. It could be something that's, you know, positive, like they're taking a vacation, they're going to travel soon. It could also mean they're having to go through a rite of passage in their life, something that they're going to learn from. So they might feel a little bit distracted from you, if that's the vibe that you're getting from this person. Or it could mean that they're trying to get their situation right in order to go into this, step into this next direction with you, as far as your future goes. Let's see. They're going through a lot of changes. I keep getting that word change. You know, you have to go through this journey of life, whether it's traveling to gain new insights, to get that really strong feeling in your heart and desire when you're away from somebody that you love, or, you know, not necessarily you don't know what you got till it's gone type of feeling. It could be because, you know, people change. I believe that people change. You've changed. I've changed, right? So maybe it's a change that's necessary physically or mentally for them in order to be with you, for them to grow from this journey. I'm getting 9 of Cups. And what this is telling me is that they are happy their wishes are going to be granted. They look super satisfied, right? They might be comfortable too. It's hard to get somebody up and motivated and to change a situation when they're a little too comfortable. Of course, comfort is great, like that feeling you get at the end of the day when you crawl into your bed, the sheets are clean, it's a little chilly, and maybe it's raining outside. That comfort level is to the max, and it's gonna take a whole lot to get me out of this bed, especially if it's a weekend and tomorrow I don't have to get up that early. You know, that kind of like comfort level. It could be something great. It could, you know, feel that they finally found a home in you. They finally found that comfort in you. So they want to keep it. They want to keep it alive. But first, they must go through this change and journey. So overall, this is looking pretty good. That they're very happy. Or it could also mean that they're too satisfied in their situation to even change it. They're happy. Could be indulgent. Could be a little indulgent. Okay, so let's see. Let's clear that up, because I'm kind of curious. What is it? A good kind of satisfaction, or are they too comfortable, or are they comfortable with you? And what's going on there? Let's see. Please clarify the comfort, the indulgence. Please clarify how they are feeling currently. How do they feel? What type of message do we need? How do they feel? What message do we need about how they're feeling? Okay, so, whoa. This card just blew out. Flow is what I'm getting. By the way, this is the Mystical Shamans Oracle deck. It's very beautiful. Okay, so what I'm trying to see is they're trying to create something. I feel as though they're creating something. Again, the theme of the moon is coming to light. This could be you in the background creating something. Let's actually read the explanation, because I really enjoy the explanation for this deck, even though it's very easy to intuitively try to gauge what this card is trying to tell us, but I do enjoy the actual meaning as well. So, flow. Let's see. All right. When flow comes to visit, wow, that sounds, okay. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You are being called to effortless movements and the path of least resistance. It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Wow, think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. Okay, so I feel as though this is a good type of comfort. This is a great comfort. Okay, so at the end we have Two of Swords. They have a decision to make. They might experience some blockage. It could be opposition from someone else. It could be, you know, what they're working for, the journey that they're going through, the path that they need to go through in order for the change to happen, for the comfort to happen. They might be feeling a little bit of blockage from that. They need to make a truce with you. You need to really, they need to really feel as though they need to explain their priorities to you, because without them explaining, you might get a little confused. Like, why are they distancing themselves? I feel like they don't have time for me. but that's because they need to get what they need to get right in order for you to come to this wonderful flow. Okay? So overall, I think this is a great message on how they feel on their side. Maybe give them a little time to discover themselves, get their situations right. I keep saying that because that's what's popping in my mind. You know, we tend to think, or some people tend to think, especially when I was younger, that you want to be loved how you're loving. You want to be loved how you like to be loved. And that is what you're putting out. Let's say like people, the thing with love languages, I feel like it's really, really true. You might be a cuddler. You might want that physical touch all the time, but they might feel like the way they express love is by providing for you, right? So getting their situations right so that they can make you feel comfortable, make everything flow so well in order to for you to get to that conclusion, for you to make that truth, for you to understand and verbally express how we're feeling. And that's their form of love. So we need to just really sit back and relax and know that as long as you communicate, as long as you both are on the same page, even though it might not look the way you want it to look right now, both hearts are in the right place. And as long as we got our priorities straight, we're going to make it work. And even though I feel as if I'm being a little bit abandoned right now, that's not the case, because this person is working on a future for us, for the both of us. Yeah, so that's the message I'm getting, guys. At the very end, I always just like to do a spirit postcard from Spirit, because this is my favorite and I feel like it really just brings the reading together. Very lighthearted, very just, it's not too serious, but I like it because it always seems to give me the message that I need right now for this whole reading to come together. Right, so let's see. Okay, this is I got this. By the way, it says 2 cents from heaven, which I love. Okay, so this is a card I got. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Oh, sorry, it's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's action or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. So that's what I got. So however that means to you, let go. Give yourself that love. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Oops. All right. And hit subscribe, okay? Bye. See you soon.